This is a book read in quotes. The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. The mission, or the search for freedom, is the priority of the masculine, whereas the search for love is the priority of the feminine. Spend at least 1 hour a day doing whatever you simply love to do, what you deeply feel you need to do in your heart, in spite of the daily duties that seem to constrain you. Men who have lived significant lives are men who never waited, not for money, security, ease, or women. Only when the front of your body is relaxed and opened, your breath full and deep, and your gaze unguarded and directly connected with another person's eyes, can your fullest intelligence manifest spontaneously in the situation. A fearful man who knows he is fearful is far more trustable than a fearful man who isn't aware of his fear. Time you spend with your woman should be time you really want to be with her, more than anything else. If you are stressfully avoiding your fear, you cannot relax into the fearless. Your fear is the sharpest definition of yourself. You should know it. You should feel it virtually constantly. Your close men friends should be willing to challenge your mediocrity by suggesting a concrete action you can perform. The father force is the force of loving challenge and guidance. Choose men friends who themselves are living at their edge, facing their fears and living just beyond them. Everything in your life, from your diet to your career, must be aligned with your purpose if you are to act with coherence and integrity in the world. If you know your purpose, your deepest desire, then the secret of success is to discipline your life so that you support your deepest purpose and minimize distractions and detours. The superior man is not seeking for fulfillment through work or woman, because he is already full. For him, work and intimacy are opportunities to give his gifts and be vanished in the bliss of the giving. The outer circles, the purposes you often apply yourself to early in life, are most likely only distant approximations of your deepest purpose. Each purpose, each mission, is meant to be fully lived to the point where it becomes empty, boring, and useless. Then it should be discarded. This is a sign of growth, but you may mistake it for a sign of failure. When the impulse to pursue a new vision begins to arise, act on it. Don't wait for the details. The priority of the feminine in men and women is the flow of love in relationship. The priority of the masculine in men and women is the mission which leads to freedom. It is not the amount of time, but the quality of the interaction that most influences a child's growth. When you do your tasks in the right way, they liberate your life energy so that you can attend to what really matters, the investigation, realization, and embodiment of true freedom. Every moment of your life is either a test or a celebration. The most erotic moment for a woman is feeling that you are Shiva, the divine masculine, unperturbable, totally loving, fully present, and all-pervading. If you are free and loving, nothing she says can collapse you. She wants to feel Shiva. She wants to feel your strength. She wants to feel that your happiness is not dependent on her response. The most loving women are the women who will test you the most. She wants you to be your fullest, most magnificent self. The truth of the feminine is whatever she is really feeling in this present moment. Never base your plans on what a woman says she wants to do, unless she is in the full flow of love when she says it. You should hear what your woman has to say and feel her depth carefully. Then, after you have fully considered her input, make your best possible decision from your own deep core. Only the masculine side of your woman will grow through challenge. The feminine side thrives on support and praise. Praise always magnifies the quality of your woman that you praise. Intimacy is about growing more than you could by yourself through the art of mutual gifting. One of the largest gifts you can give your woman is your capacity to open her heart when it is closed. Open her moods with your skillful loving. Your woman will continually cycle through openness and closure, even when her life and relationship with you seem great. One of the deepest feminine desires in intimacy is precisely not to have to always figure it out for her man and guide him. She wants to be able to trust him in his direction. One of the deepest feminine desires in intimacy is to be able to relax and surrender, knowing that her man is taking care of everything. She can be pure energy, pure motion, pure love, without having to analyze all the options and decide which ones are best. A happy woman is a woman relaxed in her body and heart, powerful, unpredictable, deep, potentially wild and destructive, or calm and serene, but always full of life, surrendered to and moved by the great force of her oceanic heart. When you ask her to analyze her heart's emotions, it's like building walls around a part of the ocean and turning it into a swimming pool. It's safer and more predictable, but far less alive and enlivening. Be so full in your loving, so strong and stable in your presence, that she can just let go and surrender the limits she has put on her feelings. One of the deepest feminine pleasures is when a man stands full, present, and unreactive in the midst of his woman's emotional storms. When he stays present with her and allows her through the layers of wildness and closure, then she feels his trustability and she can relax. The way you relate to your woman's chaos reflects the way you react to the chaos of the world. You have mastered women and the world when no desire either to avoid or attain sways your loving or limits your freedom. Wouldn't you like your woman to be a goddess and offer you her feminine gifts? To evoke them, you must offer her your masculine gifts. One of your most valuable gifts is the ability to see all the options and make a decision based on this view of all the potential outcomes. Feminine decisions are based on what feels right. If you refuse to offer your masculine gift by leaving decisions up to her, she will begin to trust her own masculine more than yours. Always help your woman make decisions by giving her your perspective and telling her your choices, while letting her know that you love her regardless of the decision that she makes. You must understand why you are attracted to whom. Your sexual essence is always attracted to its energetic reciprocal. Masculine men are attracted to feminine women. Our acceptance of sexual attraction, even with music and places, is at the root of our capacity to experience bodily pleasure. If you are like most men, a radiant woman can inspire you for hours or days. The desire she arouses in you is a blessing in itself. Acting on that desire and pursuing her is another matter entirely. When you see her and you experience your attraction, fully allow the energy of attraction to move freely through your body. The feminine body is free to be moved by love and by life itself. To behold a woman free in her expression of bodily ecstasy is one of the most awesome visions most men have had. A woman who is at home with her feminine essence is at home with energy, be it sexual or spiritual. For such women, there is no disconnection between sex and spirit. If you want your woman to be your spiritual and sexual consort, not just your housemaid, you must skillfully maintain your household and livelihoods so that the potency of your union is not diminished. You must know what is important for you, what is the purpose of your intimacy, and align all other activities around this central priority if you want your intimacy to maintain and increase its potency for both of you. Your desire for other women is not a reflection of any lack of intimacy. It is a reflection of your nature as a masculine sexual being. A major part of mastering sexuality is learning to sustain greater and greater degrees of pleasure and desire in the body without needing to rid yourself of the force because you can't handle it. When your life seems dreary and boring, a more spicy and hot woman will probably appeal to you. The priority of the masculine core is mission, purpose, or direction in life. The priority of the feminine core is the flow of love in intimacy. If it turns out that she really doesn't want to be with you as much as you want to be with her, then it is time to realize the relationship won't work. In such case, the poles have become reversed, with your feminine desire for love meeting her masculine desire for freedom. Her ultimate desire is to feel your full consciousness, your trustable integrity, your unshakable love, and your confidence in your mission. A superior man practices maintaining full consciousness in all situations. If you were poor but totally conscious, happy, full of integrity, fearless, humorous, loving, and giving your fullest gift to the world and to your woman, she wouldn't complain about a lack of money. Your word is a demonstration of your purpose, of your masculine core. When you don't follow through with what you say you are going to do, she feels that your masculine core is weak. At the level of polarity, you are attracted to and enlivened by her feminine radiance. Likewise, at the level of polarity, she is attracted to and relaxed by your masculine clarity, direction, integrity, and presence. She can't trust your masculine impeccability, so she naturally will compensate by overdeveloping her own. Her body will begin to show it. She will become less radiant and less relaxed in her feminine power and glory because she has to compensate for your failure. If you aren't living from your core, giving your fullest gifts, everyone will feel your lack of true purpose. Though she may not always like your choices, she will love them, and she will love you for having the courage to live your truth. History is irrelevant to the feminine, so your mistake is as easily forgotten as your successes. As soon as you see she's upset, immediately assume happiness. The more relaxed she is in her feminine, the more radiant your woman will be. As long as she can feel that you are taking the finances into account and arranging your lives together so that the deepest love and fullest gifts can manifest, she will be able to trust your masculine direction and relax in her feminine heart of radiance. Ego death, absolute surrender to the point of oneness, is the ultimate freedom. The feminine, on the other hand, is not seeking freedom, but love. A woman's bliss is not in emptiness, but in fullness. The dark masculine energy of the warrior, the one who could face death and kill when necessary, is an essential part of you. Today's current fashion is to suppress both the dark masculine and the dark feminine, so we have a large population of wimpy men and polite women. As a general rule, she will keep returning to the energy that you cannot match. The secret is to match her energy with consciousness demonstrated through your body. Your body, tone of voice, and the look in your eyes mean a lot more to her than anything you could say. You are not trying to please her. You are learning to pervade the world, including her, with consciousness and love. That is what you are here to do. You are living in an ocean of feminine energy right now. Feminine energy is filling your body with life, beating your heart, and breathing your breath. If you are disconnected from your deep masculine core of purpose and consciousness, then you will also be disconnected from a woman's depth. You will see only skin deep, and you will be attracted to the superficial display of a woman's radiance, which often disappears with the passing of youth. You will inadvertently dishonor the true and deep forms of feminine radiance, and so contribute to the social cult of youth, wherein women try to look and behave younger and more superficial than they truly are, denying the power and radiance springing from their depth. Your head and genitals are just the north and south poles of the whole body. A superior man circulates the energy of arousal throughout his body. When you feel sexual lust or desire for any woman, breathe deeply and allow the feeling of desire to magnify. If you choose to engage the world and women fully, then you must maintain a certain degree of polarization or mutual attraction with them. You've probably seen the face of your woman when you've gotten to the point of putting up with her, rather than permeating her. She begins to look haggard and drawn. Her long face bespeaks a heart and body unravished by the clarity and force of your masculine loving. A superior man always assumes complete responsibility. Her mood is your challenge. Can you invade her body and heart with so much love and humor that she laughs, relaxes, and brightens in spite of herself? It only takes a moment of meeting a real challenge to bring a man back to full purpose, an emergency or a threat that demands his best. And it only takes a moment of praise and deep appreciation to re-evoke a woman's radiance. If you have accumulated a lot of tension in your daily life, ejaculation will afford you with temporary release and relaxation. But as you live your life with more and more true purpose, you won't accumulate so much tension during the day. Then you will discover that ejaculation, for the most part, actually depletes and weakens you. In a subtle way, excess ejaculations will diminish your courage to take risks, professionally and spiritually. One part of your woman is happy she made you come. She is happy you are relaxed and enjoying yourself. Another part of her is disappointed that you have allowed yourself to choose a temporary and pleasurable spasm over the endless ravishment of her and the world. A superior man may choose to ejaculate occasionally, but such a choice is made freely before even engaging in sex. If ejaculation is not completely a matter of conscious choice for you, your woman knows she controls you sexually. Your woman will be sexually, emotionally, and spiritually unfulfilled to the extent that you are addicted to ejaculation. Like filling a balloon, you can stretch open the entire front of your body with your inhale. In this way, you counter the effects of accumulated fear and anxiety stored in your body, which diminish your presence and force in the world. Throughout the day, as soon as you feel tension in the front of your body, inhale into that area and open it. Your tension is only the energy of a gift that has become backed up, unexpressed, in your body. Instead of tensing your muscles, as you become sexually stimulated, learn to relax them. Learn to feel your partner more than your own sensations during sex. If she has a feminine sexual essence, her core will be fulfilled when love is flowing. For most men, their woman is replaceable. Harsh but true. Whereas you live in a world of relational possibility, she lives in a world of relational actuality. Your relationship with her is not only at the core of her life, but is also the main determinant of her mood. If you want her to honor and support you in your quest for freedom, you must honor and support her in her love of loving. If one of your highest goals is psychological or spiritual freedom, then you will highly value your intimacy. Beyond self-responsibility lies the responsibility to give your gifts. It is extremely difficult for most women to get out of their mood once they are in it. Your loving intervention is one of your great masculine gifts. Through her touch, her loving, and her attractiveness, she can also give you energy, so that your whole body becomes like an erection, full and alive, and ready to penetrate the world into love. You are entirely responsible for cutting through your own laziness, addictions, and unclarity. Try talking with your friends, using therapy, practicing meditation or prayer, going on a vision quest, reading scripture, walking in nature, keeping a journal, or studying with a teacher. In order to live in her feminine core, your woman should spend time every day in absolute abandon and celebration. During these times of dancing, singing, laughter, and sheer delight, her body and mind should be totally released of any obligation to be masculine, directed, controlled, structured, or goal-oriented. These occasions are most rejuvenating when she is with other women, magnifying and rejoicing in each other's feminine radiance and flow. The most potent forms of masculine realignment involve both austerity and challenge. Go to the middle of the woods by yourself with only survival necessities. Nothing to read, nothing to do. Fast from food and don't sleep for as long as possible. Die in the giving of gift.